Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto news and analysis, and today we're going to be talking about Casper Network, aka Casper the Friendly Ghost. So let's just dive in and let's talk about a few things. Similar to my other videos, I'm not expecting too much price action in this market, but I am expecting one last major drop within Bitcoin. Again, the bottom could essentially be in. We don't know exactly what's going to happen with the bottom on Bitcoin. We don't know what's going to happen next. I don't have a crystal ball, but I will say this: in regards to Bitcoin, it looks like the recent price action could be us forming a bottom. But we definitely have to wait to see, what happens next within the FOMC meetings, CPI, and even the GDP reports as well in regards to this month. So that's what I'm waiting for. That's what I'm watching for. In regards to Casper, still have been accumulating this thing under 3 cents. It's a very, very, good position for me to take under 3 cents because, again, you got to think about it like this, right? At a 10x opportunity at these current prices, it's literally 30 cents. 30 cents per Casper. Remember, right? During just November alone, we were trading at almost 22 cents. Insane to me. The upside on this from these levels is fairly large. I do think that Casper in the long-term span could easily be a 100x opportunity. Remember, when we look at Casper at even $10 for an example, the market cap is fairly conservative compared to the top 10 projects, especially at their all-time highs. Now, of course, I'm not saying, hey, we're going to go to 100x like this run or anything like that, but it definitely does have a higher percentage chance doing a 100x compared to a lot of the the top 20, top even 50 projects for an example. But let's dive in and let's talk about a few things. So, first and foremost, I did recently tweet out saying, the networks that are future-proof will shine. Scalability, security, sustainability, low cost, the technology stack behind some of these projects is revolutionary to numerous industries. This is why I continue to stack HBAR, Algorand, XRP, Casper, QNT, and so much more. And yes, when we really kind of look at Casper for an example, I do think that this is one that I personally feel so confident about going forward, just not only because of the tech stack, but also because of the team. The team is driven, the team is focused, and this is what makes me confident around a lot of my, investments as well. Having something that has, a pretty significant team resume behind it, it really kind of gives you the confidence to actually just kind of wait to see their vision come to life. Because again, I always look at a lot of these projects and I'm like, all right, well, are they transparent? Is the team docs? Can I look at their LinkedIn? Can I look at their resume? Can I look at their experience? That's what goes a long way for me, at least. Now, also, in regard to Casper, we just hear the Casper Network ecosystem still worked actively despite the bad market. Casper is on a centralized exchange listing streak. Oracle achieved a ton of partnerships. Explore in our graphic below. And of course, shout out to Casper Insider. But we do see here, the 27th of June. By the way, this is just a kind of weekly breakdown. This, got posted on the 4th. But we do see here, the 27th of June, Oracle Casper Army, they partnered with Casper Army to, have a little bit of a bridge. Casper was listed on Qcoin. Of course, there was a listing on CoinSpot. Oracle partnered with Casper Stats. Oracle partnered with Casper Dash as well. Now, of course, these are internal ecosystemal, upgrades, or not upgrades, but how should I put it? Integrations and things like that in regards to partnerships. But definitely the listings are ones to not ignore at all. And of course, in regards to just the weeks or months ahead, we will see a large amount of other use cases going live. We will see more partnerships being announced. We'll most likely see more centralized exchange listings as well on some larger exchanges. I definitely do look forward to that at some point in time. Very excited for it. And again, the growth of Casper definitely shines the best at times like this because, again, it gives you that reassurance behind your investment if you did need it. Now, also, we do see over here in regards to future proof. This is from Casper Labs themselves. Future-proof Casper is built to withstand changing business preferences, and we do see here, on-chain governance mechanisms ensure governance is based on network contribution and reputation. And then, of course, we do see over here, WebAssembly support ensures non-crypto devs can onboard quickly. And then upgradable contracts ensure devs and enterprises can improve their applications over time. And then we do see like predictable gas fees ensure apps remain performant even when network activity spikes. Now a lot of people think like, but the question is, who cares when no one needs it? People do need it. Like when we look at Casper, there's a large amount of entities in regards to like enterprise, major players, for an example, that have been putting a spotlight on Casper. And also, not only that, but I think that a lot of people kind of confuse the fact that like all of these layer ones are not trying to compete for the same exact market, and even the ones that are focused on the same market itself, they are not competing together. They're not going after either one in that scenario. This is why I've always said you need to pay attention to the tech stack as well, though, even if you are focused on competition. Because again, going back to my first tweet, the tech stack behind these is what makes these networks so lucrative. I've said it time and time again. The technology and the team is the two things that truly matter. A lot of people focus on tokenomics. A lot of these networks, especially like the ISO 222 tokens, for an example, their tokenomics are horrendous. The reason for that is because there needs to be a large amount of tokens in circulation, to power the network. You got to remember that they are preparing for the future. They are preparing for, at some point in time, having a very, very large amount of user base on the network, building, utilizing it, transacting on it, etc. Now, also, talking about networks and talking about scalability and use, we do see here most Ethereum smart contracts are, incompatible with Ethereum 2.0 and will have to be rewritten. Now, this is an issue. Again, when we really kind of, look at things happening around Ethereum, I would say, Ethereum 2.0 has, for the most part, been a major letdown. Obviously, like, it's not fully live, but we have been seeing some leaks around it, talking more so about, like, for an example, like fees, scalability, things like that. Like, everything that you would think that, proof of stake would fix, it doesn't. That's why Ethereum 2.0, and I've said this since the inception of it, has always been a waste of time. And of course, like, are a lot of these statements that we do see on Twitter like fully, true or anything like that? We don't really know, but even if this isn't true, like, because like I personally am not, working on Ethereum, like I'm not developing anything on Ethereum, but I will say this, okay? It doesn't really matter around like if Ethereum could scale or anything like that. Ethereum for the longest time has had many issues, not only from scalability, but also in terms of usability. There's many times where I have been, for an example, on like OpenSea trying to transact, the network is congested or the network is, extremely slow. Like we're talking about transactions taking, minutes to even possibly hours to settle. That is a major issue. Also, we do see over here, Ethereum core devs delay crucial, difficulty bomb for 2 months. This goes back to June 12th, by the way. Since then, we have been seeing a few tests going, fully live, in regards to like the trial runs. But, to me personally, like we probably won't see Ethereum 2.0 fully launch for a while. And this got delayed to August 2022. It has been delayed 5 times before. 5 times, just so that you guys know. Like, this is insane. And, to me personally, like, when we really kind of look at this, who's waiting for Ethereum 2.0 at this point? First off, who's waiting for Ethereum to go to proof of stake? It's not going to fix anything. We actually do see over here, Ethereum 2.0 is a double-edged, or a double-edged sword, sorry. Only loss awaits. This goes back to June 20th. Now, this actually goes in depth on not only, situational problems around like the technology stack to actually get to the point where like they actually merge to Ethereum 2.0, but they also talk about like how this essentially is nothing, at the end of the day in regards to like a major upgrade. To me personally, like Ethereum 2.0 to me has always been like a marketing scheme. Like, let's market this, let's build hype. To me, I just don't think that that is, a good way to actually go about it, and I don't think that's viable. We do see down here, They're talking about, they're actually basically talking about what I just said. You know, even after the Ethereum merge upgrade is expected to be launched this year itself, the current volatility of the market has made things worse. Worse for Ethereum, and the Ethereum 2.0 upgrade are nowhere near causing any hype in the market. And yeah, I mean, like, I didn't expect it to anyways. And they're talking about like how it could be a replica of like Luna 2.0. So is it safe to buy, like, you know, for example, Ethereum right now? In regards to like my personal opinions around like Ethereum 2.0, I just don't think that's going to be anything. Like, I really don't think that this is going to be something, you know, huge for Ethereum. I don't think that it's going to fix any of the inefficiencies that plagues the network. And ultimately, I think that's going to be a major letdown for a large amount of people. Now, talking about this, right? What could fix, you know, Ethereum? We do see this from July 6th, Casper Protocol. What is it? Ethereum Upgrade 101. And this is talking about, you know, the Casper Protocol itself. Now, this is completely different in a sense to like what you guys probably are thinking. But we do see like Casper Protocol is a hybrid for proof of work and proof of stake to improve scalability on Ethereum. The upgrade is done in two phases, the beacon phase and the sharding phase. The Casper Protocol is set to ensure mass adoption and Ethereum's price surge. And of course, they're talking down here about Casper Ethereum 2.0. The two proof-of-stake protocols came as Friendly Finality Gadget FFG and also Correct by Construction CBC. Casper is a POS algorithm that may be adopted and implemented in many other blockchain networks. The Casper FFG algorithm, also known as Vitalik Casper, is a hybrid of proof-of-work and proof-of-stake consensus algorithms. Casper focuses on multi-step transition to adopting POS for the Ethereum network. The second approach, known as Casper CBC, employs a correct by construction protocol. The POW, or proof-of-work consensus method, is founded on computational processing power, but has several problems, which of course have been shining the greatest. Now, we do see down here advantages the Casper protocol offers Ethereum. Now, not only is it going to lower the environmental impact, it's also going to improve scalability. It's going to make it, fully transitional to, like, for an example, mass adoption, if you will. The consensus mechanism is a protocol that aims to transition Ethereum from version 1.0 to version 2.0, also known as Serenity. The long-term goal of Ethereum 2.0 is to be faster, more efficient, and highly scalable. Now, the question here that we are really kind of looking at is, why even invest into Ethereum and Ethereum 2.0 when you could just invest into this technology stack itself, aka Casper Network? This is why I focus on Casper, right? I don't think that people are realizing how large Casper actually is. Like, the underlying technology behind it, right, is exactly what is going to allow for Ethereum to actually be mass adopted. So why, it's almost like, I know that a lot of people are actually going to hate me for saying this, but it's just like kind of comparing and contrasting, if you will. It's almost like investing into Bitcoin and then investing into wrapped Bitcoin. Or, like, for an example, Bitcoin Cash. All right, so like a full-on fork of it. Casper in this situation is what Ethereum wants to be, and then investing into Ethereum is basically investing into a fork of Casper. And the only reason why I say that is simply because, like, Casper is already here. It's already built for the future. All the efficiencies are there. It's scalable. It's cheap. Like, this thing is fast as well. It has all the efficiencies that any layer 1 could really want. They're continuously building out. The technology stack is incredible behind it. So why would I touch Ethereum 2.0? It makes no sense. So, with that being said, let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you guys. But with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on if you guys want more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. As always, up to you all. Have a beautiful day or beautiful night wherever you guys are on this beautiful world. It's been Nick. Peace out, guys.